Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Madam Mookie extending you a holiday invitation. We all have something we are grateful for. Most of us take the small things for granted. Not Simon. He cherishes each and every moment. My earliest memory of Simon was our first Thanksgiving dinner back in 1987. Weir County, West Virginia. We met up at the Cremini, luxury villas that had been abandoned. It's been so long since I've seen Simon. We only meet every few years. I'm not sure what he's up to the rest of the time. There is so much I want to know about Simon. I just don't know how to ask. I want to know where he came from, why he looks so different every time I see him. I imagine what he has seen over the years, the spiritual journey he has taken. I wonder if I'm as courageous as Simon. I park my car at the back of the Cremini. It's completely deserted. Simon doesn't have a phone. He's old school like that. I begin checking each apartment floor, ducking my head in and out of each unit. Some units had doors and some units were doorless. If I were Simon, where would I tuck myself into? I giggle. I make my way to the 6th floor. The walls plastered in an immaculate green. The shadows grow toward the end of the hallway. Simon's got to be in here, I say to myself, walking slowly into the dimly lit unit. It's him. He looks like he's got his ass kicked. We have to stop meeting like this, I say. Simon's eyes meet mine. He's hunched over in a chair. He musters up enough energy to stumble toward me outside the apartment. His unsteady gait worries me as he teeters along the edge of the stairs. I reach out to him to provide support. He slips through my fingers, and before I can react, I hear a loud thud as his body crashes on the concrete slab below. Nervously, I peer over the edge and watch his body turn into dozens of rats, scurrying in a multitude of different directions. Simon, I call out to him. I rush down 6 flights of stairs to collect him. He appears to be passed out, covered in grit, blood, and grime, the only rat left behind. I tap him, cupping my hands, offering him solace. He crawls into my palms, and I rush him back to the apartment. I clean Simon up, letting him rest in a basket of red roses. Digging through my purse, I began to prepare an elixir of devil's claw to bind his spirit to the rat's body, gentian root, to prepare him for the large feast, and cistus to fight off any bacterial infection. I prepare the table lit with candles. I bring up the food, setting the table delicately with herb-roasted turkey, honey-baked ham, corned beef, garlic mashed potatoes with mirepoix, Brussels sprouts with bacon, glazed baby carrots, cranberry sauce, black olives, pumpkin pie, apple pie, sweet potato pie, whipped cream, ice cream, blueberries, strawberries, and honey. Truly a fool's paradise. Simon gains his strength back, and he points to a note he left on the counter. To my dearest, I am truly grateful for you. The note has 3 demands and 1 stark warning. Simon says, drive the blade into my heart. Simon says, sprinkle my lifeblood over the food. Simon says, "Place my body on the table as an offering with the food. Please, I beg of you, do not eat the food, for you will leave me no choice. I am bound to this spell. Beware, many will be attracted, and I will assume their form." I follow the instructions exactly. The food begins to glow a bright, glittery orange. I am overpowered by hunger. My mouth waters, my stomach gurgles, the aroma pulls me by the nose, dragging me to the table. I try to resist the urge. I panic and I repeat, "Don't eat the food. Don't eat the food." I swear the honey is calling my name. Each step renders me powerless. Just as my hand reaches for the table, a rusty nail drives itself into my foot. I scream out in agonizing pain. The pain breaks my concentration of the food. My eyes drop to the floor, and I begin to hear footsteps. I limp quickly to the wardrobe, hiding inside. I peek through the crack to see a homeless man enter the apartment. He is completely famished. He rushes toward the glowing feast, drooling as his eyes sweep the table. With both hands, he begins to gorge himself, groaning between each and every bite. He slathers the food all over his face and all over his body. When I think he can't possibly eat any more, he sees Simon's rat body on the table. He grabs Simon and he eats him. I don't know how much more of this I can watch. The homeless man curls up like a baby on the floor. He tries to take a nap when he realizes something is wrong. He holds his stomach, watching as something swims inside. He twists and turns in agonizing pain, yelling out for help because he thinks no one is watching. I hear a loud snap from within, and the man lies motionless. A hole forms in his belly, and out pops Simon's mouth. Simon is eating him from the inside out. 1 rat, 2 rats, 5 rats, 10 rats, all of them gnawing in unison. I tuck my head down into the wardrobe, unable to get the sounds of gnashing teeth out of my mind. Finally, the deed is done and Simon knocks on the wardrobe door. Identical to the homeless man, except he is well shaved in his best dressed suit, holding a bouquet of roses. He offers his hand. I accept without hesitation, saying yes to the unknown, yes to the art of transformation. We go to the Spoon, my favorite restaurant, for a celebratory toast. Simon says, one day I will transform and he will be there. Simon says, death is merely another beginning. Simon says, there are no gaps in his memory, just one continuous journey of him overcoming life's challenges. His spirit, willing to accept what he must do to continue. Time, almost an invisible thing. Is time existing in multiple states of being? Most of us don't realize what we've got until it's gone. We are caught in a preferred state of being. Take the time to acknowledge your time, for you never know when you will be granted another day or a glorious meal. This is Madam Mookie wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. Until next time.